What is going on, everyone? Vlad Killjoy back again with another video. This is going to be a continuation on how to improve as a beginner. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about optimal keybinds for controller. I don't really know about mouse and keyboard, so sorry if you're on mouse and keyboard. I don't play mouse and keyboard, so I don't know the optimal binds for that, but we're going to talk about controllers with paddles and controllers without paddles. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So before we get into the binds, I want to show you what I use to decrease my input delay on controller, because as you know, controllers have a lot of input delay and it can cause you to either miss shots, builds not place. A lot of things can be caused by input delay. So I'm going to show y'all a software that is completely free to use, completely safe for your PC, and it will help decrease your input delay. What it's called is HID USB F. I'll try to leave a link down in the description below where you can download this software. Once you get it installed and running, you want to go over here to devices, go to all, and you want to look for something that says something about wireless controller. It can be different for you. Mine is audio input or endpoint speakers to wireless controller, blah, 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 as you can see right there. And I actually have it overclocked to 1000. It makes your gameplay a lot more fluid and it definitely helps out. So I highly recommend y'all downloading this software and overclocking the controller. It's not gonna hurt anything, I promise. I've been using it like 3-4 seasons now, so it definitely works. I definitely recommend it. Now let's get into the actual binds. All right, so before we actually get into the binds, let me go over some of the settings that I highly recommend y'all use to optimize y'all's gameplay. So over here, you want to have view distance on either far or epic. I have mine on epic because I have a pretty decent setup. I play on performance mode. I highly recommend that y'all do it as well. It's going to lower y'all's input delay for one, and two, you'll get more FPS if you're on performance mode. Textures on low, meshes on high, VSync off. I always show my FPS because I like to know what I'm getting. And like I said, I'm on performance mode as far as rendering goes. Now over here, you want to have toggle sprint off. So what this does, pretty much when you're sprinting, you have to press a button to change between sprinting and not sprinting, which is just useless. Like, you're going to be sprinting 100% of the time in the game. So with that being said, we go on to the next one, which is sprint by default. You want to have that on because, like I said previously, you're going to be running 100% of the time, and it actually frees up one of your keybinds for sprinting, which is going to come in handy later on when I start talking about the binds. Sprint cancels reload. You want that off because there's sometimes that you want to run away while reloading, and if you have this on, you're not going to be able to reload and run at the same time. Auto open doors. This is very handy as well to have on, because say if you mess up an edit, like the bottom left-hand corner edit, and you end up making a door, it'll automatically open that door for you, so you can keep on going with the speed that you've got. You won't lose any speed having to open the door manually. Hold to swap. I have this off. You can have it on if you want. I prefer having it off, especially now with preferred item slots in the game. You really don't have to worry about it so much. Toggle targeting, I've got that off. Mark danger when targeting, I've got that on. It helps out with communication on team-based games. Auto pick up weapons, I have it off because you don't want to be running around and accidentally drop your weapons because you've automatically picked up something else. Auto sort consumables to the right, I have that on. I've had it on since it's came out, but now that we have preferred item slots, it really doesn't matter whether or not you have this on or off. Reset building choice, I have this on. Definitely recommend that as well. It can help out, especially when you do a top right hand corner wall edit, what we call a peanut butter edit. and you're on a stair, it's really hard to grab that wall. It's impossible to grab that wall. So with reset building choice on, you can actually just click your edit bind with your build menu out and it'll grab the wall. So say if someone's ramping up to you like this and you cone them off, right? And you make this edit right here. You can no longer reset this edit, but if you have reset building pieces on, all you have to do is open up your build menu and you can grab that wall by editing. Just like that. Turbo building on, confirm edit on release. I have this on. I feel like it makes it a lot easier when you're editing to have it on controller anyway. I know some people have it off. If you're good with it off, use it off, you know, but if you haven't tried it with it on, try with it on, see which one feels better for you and go with that. I like to have it on. It makes it quicker for me. Also, it looks nice having all of these on as well. I got tips turned off. We don't need tips. And then all these are just other settings that really don't matter besides this one. Tap to search / interact. I have this on so that way I don't have to like hold the button to like revive a teammate, reboot a teammate, open chests, anything like that. I can just tap the button and it's good to go. With these, you can all have these off if you have a weaker machine, because if you have these on, it'll actually decrease your FPS. I have the replays on because I like to go back and kind of watch over my gameplay every now and then to see what I can improve on. All these are not really necessary. I'm not going to get into it. You can see what I have on right here. It's pretty much going to be the same for everybody. I play with 2.2 times build and edit mode since. It makes it a little bit quicker, fluid, all that good stuff. I play 46 horizontal and vertical with 9% on the ADS, horizontal and vertical, 5% boost. I'm still messing around with this because I do play on linear, as you can see. Still working on my ADS, testing it, but it's almost right. Now let's get into what y'all really came for. Controller binds. So I play on a PS5 controller with 4 paddles, right? So this is how I have mine set up. I've got crouch on my right stick, edit on my left stick. However, I have 1 paddle for edit on the back, 1 paddle for my pickaxe, which is right on D-pad. I've got my switch mode and I've got jump. Now, if you do not have paddles, what I would recommend is putting jump on your right stick, have edit on your left stick, and then you can put crouch on X. With crouch on X, you don't have to move your fingers so far away from your right stick, so you can get back real quick if you need to aim or something like that. I'd recommend putting switch mode on your touchpad if you can. If you put it on your touchpad, you can use your index finger, right, to go across and hit the touchpad. To have optimal keybinds, you want to make sure that your fingers, your thumbs specifically, never leave your sticks. If you never have to take your fingers off the sticks, your gameplay is going to increase. You're going to be able to jump, edit, build, everything that you need to do while looking around, aiming, moving, all that good stuff. Now, if you have 2 paddles, I recommend having jump and switch mode as your 2 paddles, and having edit on your left stick, crouch on your right stick. I have toggle pickaxe on the D-pad because every now and then, back when I had a 2 paddle controller, I do claw grip whenever I need to hit that to get my pickaxe out. So that way my fingers never leave the thumbsticks like we talked about previously. I think that's about it. Talked about no paddles, 2 paddles, and 4 paddles. That's the keybinds you really need to have. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If this helps you out any, leave a like. Let me know how it affects your gameplay. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'd much appreciate having y'all part of the community, and it helps me out tremendously as well. We are on the road to 500 subscribers now, so I'd really appreciate it if y'all could just hit that subscribe button. Thank you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.